Hey guys, this is Draken255 here. I am going to show you how I built my combination lock here, which it's locked. I can walk out, walk back in, lock it, have to enter in the combination, and then you can go back in. I'm just going to cheat. And of course, like I said in the last video that I made, it's fully programmable. Each set of levers is one digit that you have to enter in, so it would have been the first, second, third, fourth, fifth digit. So here's how you build it. You have 6 buttons on a wall. One of them is the reset, the others are 1 through 5. So we have button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now don't worry about this little thing up here. First we're going to go this way. So for the first number, it's going to go to button 1 here, and that's what I have the first number to set. As you can see, it's down. So the whole thing, first button is pressed, is going to come up here, and if it's the correct one, it'll turn this AND gate on, send a signal all the way through this wire that's under the ground into the first RS NOR latch. Now these RS NOR latches are connected so that unless this one is off, this one will not set. So the first button has to, the first digit has to be correct, turning this one off, turning this wire off, in order for you to be able to press the correct second button. Once that happens, you can keep chaining them up, and there's your digits. So the first one, like I said, is created this way. 1 through 5 wiring into each AND gate, and each AND gate goes to the RS NOR latch. Then you chain the AND gates, make a second row, doing the same thing to the second latch, which is right here. Now this is where this upper level comes in handy. This transfers the signal all the way down to each row of levers. It skips the first one because we directly wired into that one. Comes down, goes into the second row. Comes down, goes into the third row. Comes down, goes into the fourth row. Comes down, goes into the fifth row. Now the reason I have so many repeaters is because I didn't feel like counting out how many how many wires it could run. Plus I didn't want it to accidentally end up on one of my intersections here and be super inconsistent. So anyway, then as the wire gets to the last one and the last button is correct. Now I probably could have wired this in reverse, had the first gate here, first RS NOR latch here, and then chained them up that way. But it don't matter. This is my prototype. I'll probably improve it later. So the final unlock signal runs through this wire, which means the last NOR latch has to be switched. It's inversed, and one wire, I'll tell you what, I'll explain this later because it's a little complicated. I made it that way. So the unlock runs down here, down this tunnel, and it's inversed again, where it runs all the way over here, comes out here. Now if the lock is true, this will be on, turning this off, actually in particular turning this off, and the way to turn this one off is by pressing one of the pressure plates, which are right above here. That will turn both these off, power this wire, which will go to both doors and unlock the doors, and you can walk right through them. The other side is a little more direct. I fell down a glitch hole right there. It's been happening under here lately. These pressure plates go directly into the doors and run a reset wire up here so it can reset the first latch by connecting into this. which automatically resets every single latch. So it resets the entire combination, you have to enter it in again. Same thing happens with the 6th button, which is right here. Runs into that block and resets. Honestly, don't know why I have a whole block there. Oh yeah, I do. I'll explain that here in a second. So, that's how that works. The way the lock plays in, that lock lever that I have up there, is it comes down here. Let's see, do I have it up or down? I have it down, which means it's locked. The signal is inverted. Actually, no, it's not inverted. When it's down, it's on. Goes over there. And is inverted here. Comes into this. And it's an OR gate. Right there is considered an OR gate. So if the lock is up, this will be on. Turning that off and the pressure plates will activate the doors without the combination. If that's off, but this is on, turns that off and the pressure plates will activate the doors. But for this to be on, you have to enter in the correct combination. And that's pretty much it for this. Now let me explain that mess of wiring I showed you just a second ago that I'll come back to. That is this indicator light and that indicator light. Let me explain how that works. There's a lever, runs here into the torch to turn it off, so that when it's unlocked it's on. Runs over here into an AND gate. When the lever's down and the combination is entered correctly, it'll flip that on. If the lever's up, it'll automatically flip that on, no matter what. And then of course the lock just travels down here, like I said, goes that way and then inverts into that OR gate I showed you. This is part of a reset that the lever performs. So if it's unlocked and the combination is entered in, it'll automatically reset every time you press a button because this wire is on. Pretty much when the lever is unlocked, this wire is off, turns this torch on, sets a continuous reset, so no matter what you do, this will always be reset when you press the correct first button and you can't enter in the combination. That's just for stability of the device. So pretty much like I said, in essence, 5 AND gates, each with a lever on the side, and then you can create the second row. It'll do the same thing. This is a slightly improved version because it doesn't use that trench. It just goes directly from each torch to the first RS NOR latch. Now, of course, as always, please rate, subscribe, and if you want me to be more detailed, I most certainly can do that. I will start from scratch and perform the whole thing. And thanks again. Be seeing you. Another thing is, if you notice, this is very, very tight wiring here. So if you want it as tight and as compact as I can possibly make it, you pretty much need my design exactly. So if you want to just use my design, I will go ahead and upload a schematic or possibly just the world so that people without world edit can get to it. And then of course you can just replace the wall with cobblestone or even obsidian if you have a way of getting that much obsidian. And thanks again.